Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and this weekend I was out of town. I took my 19-year-old who's playing JUCO baseball to a college prospect camp, and let me tell you what, in all the years I've been watching this kid, I mean this kid shut it down. He faced 12 batters, struck out 10. There was a pop-up and one hit, no walks. Unbelievable outing. I was very proud of the kid. This kid's going to go places. He's getting faster. He's really starting to trend. I tell you what. Look at this. We got a 263 XRP. And let's give you a reminder. Remember that pullback? Everything was so scary. The world was coming to an end just a week or two ago.
To folks who are more adept at that than I am, including Mike Novogratz, the CEO of Galaxy Digital. But what I would say is what we saw on our platform at Galaxy One, which just launched a week ago, is that this was a buying opportunity. Crypto is a volatile asset class, as folks know. We support Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana on our platform currently. So there was definitely a dip there. But
go figure.
But the activity that we saw was that folks were using it as an opportunity to add to their positions.
There were 3 exchanges.
That's all you need to know right there, folks. Now, like I keep telling you, this is my philosophy. I can't tell you what to do because I'm not a financial advisor. But what I'm doing, all I do, if we have huge dips like that, I buy the dips. If we don't have huge dip, I mean, if we have any dip at all, I accumulate a little bit along the way. I was able to get a good bit during that flash crash or whatever you want to call it. But as long as you've got your eye on the ball and you know where things are going, what's important right now, as this technology evolves, is keeping your crypto safe, which is what I'm doing. And one of the places I'm doing it is with my partner, iTrustCapital. You can go to iTrustCapital.com/XRPArmy. You can get the promo code there, $100 funding bonus on a new account. You can open an IRA or you can open a premium custody account and send your XRP right in there. That's what I did. I have both types of accounts. Go check it out. You get free institutional grade custody. You get to sleep at night finally after all these years worrying about hackers and all that. I need to go over a couple of things I didn't get to cover since I was out of town. Ripple announced this. Introducing Ripple Prime, we're pleased to share that our acquisition of Hidden Road is officially complete, making Ripple its first crypto company to own and operate global multi-asset prime broker, bringing the promise of digital asset to institutional customers at scale. It's not a coincidence they called it Ripple Prime, folks. With today's close from Brad Garlinghouse, with today's close of Hidden Road, now Ripple Prime, Ripple has announced 5 major acquisitions. 2 years, G Treasury last week, Rail in August, Standard Custody 2024, Medico 2023, as we continue to build solutions towards enabling the Internet of Value. I'm reminding you all that XRP sits at the very center of everything Ripple does lock in. So all this stuff people talk, oh, they're abandoning XRP. They created the Ripple RLUSD and they don't need XRP anymore. Are you out of your mind, folks? Those people have lost the plot or they're just lying to you. Most of them are just lying to you. I think Caitlin Long said that a while back. Oh, they don't need XRP. It hasn't worked and all that. Man, talk about people that either don't get it or they're lying. I lean in the direction of lying by most of them. Here's Brad Garlinghouse. This is back in 2021. Remember this clip?
And I think Ripple is in a position that I compare to Amazon circa 1997, where Amazon at those ages, which you and I will remember, it wasn't Amazon, it was Amazon Books. The name of the company was Amazon Books. And it competed with Borders and Barnes & Noble. Today, obviously, it does lots of things. I think of Ripple, our first vertical, the books is to cross-border payments for Ripple.
Bingo. And then remember this, if you're wanting to understand what Ripple Prime is, Brad Garlinghouse explained it a while back.
A prime broker is really a one-stop shop that allows all kinds of different asset managers, whether these are well-known hedge funds, trading desks, market makers. It gives them a one-stop shop venue to trade and clear everything from digital assets, derivatives, swaps, all kinds of different assets. And these guys are doing trillions of dollars of trades. Historically, those have been really owned by the traditional commercial banks, the JP Morgans, the Goldman Sachs. Banks now don't do, well, new players like Hidden Road, a company Ripple bought recently, is new to this space, and they're growing very quickly by serving that same market, but also including digital assets as part of the mix. Having a well-capitalized, a super strong balance sheet player like Hidden Road is allowing more institutions to come into these asset classes against a well-capitalized counterparty, and that is prime brokers bringing people into crypto in one way.
There you go. That's what we're looking at. And this is also what we're looking at, an awesome tweet by Anders. Look who's coming to swell. This is a great diagram. Society General, NASDAQ, BNY. It's BNY. It's not BNY Mellon. They corrected me. Franklin Templeton, Citi, BlackRock, Fidelity, JP Morgan Chase, MasterCard, CME Group, Moody's, State Street, DBS, Bloomberg. Good thing that now that my youngest has retired from drawing you a picture, Anders has drawn us a picture here, or some ex-Anderson has drawn you a picture, a professional looking picture. And then we had the Evernote. I'm just going over a few things that I kind of that I wasn't around to hit. This is Ashish Birla.
Hey everyone.
Who's CEO of Evernorth. XRP.
I'm Ashish Birla. Some of you may know me from my years at Ripple, where I helped Brad and the team bring blockchain to the real-world payments. But today, I want to share more about Evernorth, a new kind of company built to provide institutional investors and public markets with exposure to XRP. Think of it as a publicly traded XRP treasury that gives investors simple, regulated, and liquid exposure to XRP. But with a twist. We aim to collectively grow our XRP holdings, and what we generate from the treasury will be used to purchase more XRP for the treasury. We've built an incredible team of leaders from crypto, capital markets, and finance. People who have been at the forefront of innovation, regulation, and risk management for years. Together, we're committed to building something enduring for the long term. And we're backed by a world-class group of investors and leaders, including SBI, Ripple, Arrington Capital, Pantera Capital, and Kraken, firms that share our conviction in XRP's future. So why now? For the first time, XRP has clear regulatory standing in the United States, opening the door for large-scale adoption. Evernorth is positioned to be the trusted, transparent bridge to the public markets. This is just the beginning, and I couldn't be more excited to build this together with the community at every turn. Follow along. We're excited for what's ahead.
All right. This guy, Dom from EZA, is just making me laugh out loud a lot. He says, just found a notebook with all the Bitcoin use cases, and the notebook's empty. The Bitcoin maxis are mad at him. This guy says, hey, Dom, what can I do with my XRP? I've gone to 15 different restaurants and stores, and nobody will accept it. They keep laughing at me when I ask. He says, hold it until it reaches $1,000. I mean, you're talking about a battle of wits not being a battle at all. There's so many half-wits out there that are just trying so hard, but they just don't. They aren't in the league of brains of Dom. Okay, here's Eric Trump on the tribalism in crypto.
I want an industry that supports the entire industry in the crypto industry. And I think, for a very long time, and it's gotten so much better over the last 18 months, but for a long time, the industry was factionated where, if you're a Bitcoin guy, you're only a Bitcoin guy. If you're an ETH person, you were only an ETH person. If you believed in stablecoins, you only believed in stablecoins. If you wanted meme coins, you only believed in meme coins, and everything else was junk. And I think for the first time, you've got real maturity in this industry where you have people who are, putting on a nice shirt, speaking articulately at conferences and supporting the entire ecosystem. You might have your own preferences, you might have your own visions, you might have your own beliefs in who's going to win the race, but there's no question that we're all in this race together. And the better everybody does, the better it is for ultimately the industry.
I have a lot of commentary for Eric Trump on this. I'm all for it, Eric. Let's try it. But I'll bet dimes to donuts your Bitcoin maxi friends break it on the next XRP price surge when they start getting scared of their exit liquidity going to a token with real utility. Remember, tribalism was invented by the Bitcoin maxis. They didn't want any of other crypto to exist. They wanted all the liquidity. By the way, here is, I'll show you, this is Bitcoin's and Eric Trump's buddy. This is their #1 spokesman when Gary Gensler was reigning.
You're going to see that Ethereum, BNB, Solana, Ripple, Cardano, everything down the stack is just a crypto asset security unregistered. None of them will ever be wrapped by a spot ETF. None of them will be accepted by Wall Street. None of them will be accepted by mainstream institutional investors as crypto assets.
Okay, that's who they are. Now, fine, let's have a kumbaya moment. Let's all get together. There's another problem, Eric. First problem is you, your dad, your brother. When have you come to XRP conferences? Come to XRP Las Vegas. Brad Combs is inviting you right here. And the other problem is this. I know for a fact Brad Combs was going to put XRP Las Vegas at the Venetian where the Bitcoin conference is. Guess who nixed that? The Bitcoin conference went to the Venetian and said, no, we don't want them here. There were open dates after Bitcoin Las Vegas. And they said no. And they were given the first right of refusal. That's a fact. And Brad Combs here, he says, great idea, Eric Trump. Let us know how it goes with the Bitcoin crowd, because we've tried to bring this community together and they blocked it from happening. Maybe Eric could make an appearance at XRP Las Vegas 2026 as a show of unity for the digital asset space. Open invitation. It would be a privilege and an honor to have you join us. So if the Trumps really want this to happen, come to XRP Las Vegas. You got a whole family of people you could send. That's a fact. And then we got this from John Deaton. This is interesting. He retweeted this Uphold tweet, and he says, I predicted that if Ripple, Kraken, or Coinbase didn't make a play for Uphold, I believe Fidelity or Charles Schwab would acquire it for an amount between 1.5 and 1.9 billion. I still stand by that prediction. Things are getting interesting. Okay, we're going to go into DAIXRP.com. If you'd rather join through YouTube, click join below any of these videos. If you'd rather join through X, just go hit subscribe. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Here we go.